I think it's probably about the scale of it all. There were 700 years of executions just at that one spot. And now it's just Marble Arch. There were over 50,000 executions. Highwaymen, murderers, Oliver Cromwell, but also beggars, whores, witches, even the idle apprentice. It became a child's cautionary tale. The king, with one hand, could take life away, but with the other hand could bring life, could heal. The divine touch. It is about control, discipline, and power. The corpse of the criminal, through death, was enriched by new powers, the imprint of life, and spiritual virtues that could heal. So the dregs of superstition gathered at the gallows. Epileptics came, and could not be prevented from seizing the convulsive hand of the dead man and passing it frantically over their faces. Women ascended the gallows to have their wenned necks rubbed by the still warm hand of the malefactor. Skin was taken from the body, tanned, and used to make wallets, bind magical and medical text, or was tied to a piece of a hangman's noose and made a lucky charm. The condemned spent their final days ensuring their bodies would not be abandoned to the masses. The largest trade was in human fat, extracted from the corpse and used to make the hand of glory. The severed hand, when lit, could be used to heal, protect, or even bewitch. Upon death, the soul could only ascend into heaven if the body it was leaving was whole. There was a greater threat, therefore, than the magic of the masses. The resurrection men. They would exhume bodies in the dead of night and deliver them to the surgeons for dissection. The soul was therefore marked unfit for heaven. It was a further infamy, a second greater death. There were violent clashes between peasants protecting their loved ones at Tyburn and the surgeons. At the gallows, medicine and magic collided, pulling the body in opposite directions. It was no coincidence that the progress of anatomy and of art depended on the executions at Tyburn. First came dissection, then came experimentation. Galvanism. Taking the component parts of the mechanical body, shocking with electricity, and recreating that vital spark of life. The body, powered by some unreal engine, could be resurrected. Why is it fetishized? The Clink prison had its own graveyard, but the Winchester geese, women forced into prostitution, were not permitted a Christian burial. Instead, taken to a mass grave at Crossbones Graveyard. The site has been excavated many times, but bodies still remain there. The 99th skull found was a girl's, covered in holes from a syphilis infection lasting 10 years. She was 15 when she died. The bodies are still guarded by police CCTV. Underneath my flat, there's a plague pit. My lecture theatre was once used for dissection, and directly underneath that there lies a morgue. How many bodies have fallen, been ripped apart, piled and piled on top of one another, turned to mulch in the ground, pulp, bog juice. Stick a high-rise on it, all glass and cement and shine. How can it all be? Everything, all at once.